lovely, welcome or welcome back to a new video. My name is Georgia. Today I'm doing a TBR jar picks my October reads. I know by the time that this goes up we are well into October by now. I have done a few videos where it's been like followers pick my TBR, randomly selected my TBR, but I've never done a TBR jar up until this month. I've never even had one, but I keep seeing it everywhere and I felt a little bit left out, and I feel like it's just a good way of maybe picking books that you wouldn't normally read. We do have Willow over here, who you can see as well. But yeah, I have written some prompts out and put them into this little autumnal jar. How cute. And we're just going to pick them out and find a book that we have here on my TBR cart that fits with the prompt. So I think I'm going to pick about 6 or 7. I generally read, I would say, between like 5 and 10 books, but I am a mood reader and I want to save all of the prompts don't pick out like spooky reads because we are in autumn and October. I do want some spooky reads on my October TBR, so if we don't pick any out, then I want to give room to read a few myself. Anyway, just gonna stop talking and we are gonna get into the prompts. Gonna give them a little mix around. Okay. First one up is an author you've never read. I feel like there's quite a few on here that I haven't touched yet, that I haven't even read. So I do have a fair few to pick from. We have like Assistant to the Villain, I've not read that, or anything from that author before. There's actually not as many as I thought there was. We have A Fantasy to Kill a Kingdom and a few like little spooky reads as well, but I don't know if we're gonna get them in different prompts. Okay, I'm gonna go with a thriller just because I don't have very many thrillers on my TBR anyways. So the one I'm picking for this prompt is Wrong Place, Wrong Time by Gillian McAllister. This is a thriller about a mother and like her son who commits a crime, I believe. And I don't know if she kind of like goes back in time or something like that. I got given this by a girl at work and she said it is really good. So I am excited to give this one a go. So there we have our first book. Next one. Okay. We have, not me throwing them everywhere, Based on a True Story. I don't know if I have any that would match this prompt. Literally none, I don't think. Okay, actually, I have a good one. So we are gonna go with The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. I don't know if this is fully based on a true story, but it is based on the war, World War II, and two sisters' experience with that. So I feel like this is the closest that we have to being based on a true story compared to werewolves, vampires, rom-coms, everything like that. So I'm really excited to read this one. This one has been really high up on my TBR and I know that Marty will be so happy that I'm reading this one. 2 books down. Okay, we're on a roll. I feel like this is going to be a very strong TBR, or I'm hoping so at least. So we have a pink book cover. Imagine if I'm holding these up and you can't even read my writing. Hoping that you can. We have quite a few for pink. We have these ones up here. This one has little bits of pink on, purple, and we also have 1,000 Boy Kisses as well, which has a little bit of pink on. I think I am actually going to go with this one because I feel like I've read a lot of Ali Hazelwood already recently. I've read 2 books, but I feel like I've read quite a fair bit of hers and I kind of want to get to other authors, other books, and if I'm going to choose any Ali Hazelwood book to read this month, I want it to be Bride. So we are going to go with 1,000 Boy Kisses. I've heard that this is so sad and I'm kind of in the mood for a romance that is going to rip my heart out and make me cry, so much fun. I'm kind of annoyed that I didn't do this earlier. Okay, this one's a chunky one. A book, oh, imagine if I could hold on to one. A book with a great first sentence. So I'm gonna go through and read a few of the first sentences and see which one takes my fancy, I guess. I am picking this one up because I really want to read this one. Oh, guys. Not gonna cry in this video. I don't know if this is gonna have a very good first sentence though. The last class of my professor's life took place once a week in his house. Maybe not for that prompt. Frederick Backman, I feel like he always starts off fairly like, not mundane. Everyone who knew Benjamin Ulrich. I love Benji. Probably knew deep down that he was never the sort of person who would get a happy ending. That's a contender, but that book is huge, which kind of puts me off. The Maidens for a thriller read. Let's see. Edward Foster was a murderer. This was a fact. Okay, maybe we'll go with this one actually. So we have 3 more prompts. Let's go. A book that ends with an odd number of pages. So again, we're going to go through and check some. I don't know which ones to pick. I do also obviously have some on this side that you can't see, but to be honest, they were kind of ones that I have like pushed to the back of my TBR. So I'm going to have a look at Bride just because I do want to get to Bride. I honestly think that this is going to be my favourite Ali Hazelwood book. It has 396. 396, so we can't go with that one. What else do I really want to read? That is staring at me, but I am not looking at that one right now. For a little autumnal spooky read, let's see. 378. Again, an even one. Oh my god, not me second guessing what an even and odd number even is. Another spooky one, My Roommate is a Vampire. Let's look at this one. Trying like not to spoil the last page myself though. 337. Okay, so we are gonna go with My Roommate is a Vampire for a little spooky read too as our odd number of pages prompt. I'm gonna do 2 more. We have a book you think will be a 5-star. That's hard because I feel like you want every book on your TBR to be a 5-star, but the reality is they probably aren't. I've actually just spotted some hardbacks over there that I did not include in my TBR cart, and I'm actually going to go grab one of them as this prompt. So I'm actually going to go with Divine Rivals. This has been on my TBR for so long. Everybody has been screaming at me to read it because I feel like I will love this. So this is what is my 5-star prediction prompt. Hopefully it does not disappoint. I'm obsessed with the cover, it's literally stunning. Okay, this is going to be my... Should we do 2 more? Then we have an even number, we have 8 books. Okay, let's look. Book starting with B as the first line. In the book, I'm guessing that means? Have a look at this one. I don't know a lot of things, not that. Going back to Bride. This War of Ours, not that one. Happy Medium. Gretchen Acorn, no. Let's look at the Assassin's Blade. I don't know how this starts. If Seated in the Council Room, also not you. The Witch is Back. This one is a hard one. Emma Hates Birthdays, no. Assistant to the Villain, Once Upon a Time, It Was an Ordinary Day, no. Did this one start like that? The Last Class of My Professor's Life. So we're going to go with Tuesdays with Morrie. Again, a book that I feel like will make me cry. It's a very short, very easy to read book, apparently, in terms of like you can just pick this up and read a chapter, 2 chapters a night. It's not kind of like a story. Each chapter, I believe, is a lesson that they learn from Morrie. But I am excited to get to this one. Okay, last one. We have a book that ends with an even number of pages. So I'm going to straight away go for The Assassin's Blade, just because I really do want to get to this series this month. I need to start Throne of Glass. I really don't want to see anything that is happening in there. This is so risky. That's 3, 4, 5, so we aren't reading that one. Going back to Bride again, because I clearly want to read this one. This one did have an even number, right? Hello. 396. Here we go. Go with Bride. So they're all of the books that I've picked using prompts from my TBR jar. So let's just quickly run through them. We have Bride by Ali Hazelwood. We have Tuesdays with Morrie by Mitch Albom. Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. My Roommate is a Vampire by Jenna Levine. The Maidens by Alex Michaelides. 1,000 Boy Kisses by Tilly Cole, The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna, and Wrong Place, Wrong Time by Gillian McAllister. A pretty well-rounded TBR. We have some romance in there, historical fiction, thrillers, some spooky Halloweeny reads, and general just like autumnal vibes. I have loved this. Literally, this has been so much fun. I am now going to be using this to pick my TBR every month. Please let me know what is on your TBR. Also let me know some prompts that I can add into the jar too. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.